first Deputy Vice President, second Deputy Vice President, Registrar, Chief Executive, our Zonal Chairman, Western Personal Chairman, Chairman here present, District Chairman from both Western and outside Western Zone, my team, the rapporteur team, members of the Conference Planning Committee, distinguished resource persons, our royal fathers here present, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor and privilege to present the report of the proceedings of the 17th Western Zonal Accountants Conference of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria as compiled by the 8-man team of rapporteur. At the end of this report, we also present the draft communique, the considerations and adoption after the comment of the delegates on the communique prepared by the rapporteur team. The general proceeding of the conference. The 17th Western Zonal Accountants Conference was held at the CBN Hall 3, Administrative Staff College of Nigeria, Ascot to Pope Badagry, from Monday, February 6 to 9, 2023. Theme of the conference: professional accountant, uncertain economy and sustainable development. Participation. Total number of 1,330. Participated at this conference, comprising of 818 physical, 393 online, which is virtual, 393 online, 25 members followed our state president, and we are 94 not paid, and also other members who are not our members from all sectors of the economy. Pre-conference activities. The conference started with the council visit of Mr. President on Monday, 6 February 2023, to both the Lagos State University and the Alagbara of Agbara. The president in those places he visited enumerated the achievement of ICAN as an institute, the contributions of members to the economy, and the contribution of ICAN to the society. The two hosts, Professor Latuji Bello MNI, the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, and the Alagbara, appreciated the president and at different points sought for specific intervention from the institute, in which the president promised to look into their request. Village meeting. The village meeting commenced at 6:07 with an open prayer for our compeer emeritus, Mr. Manifestation, current chairman of the Media Society. The dignitaries at the village meeting were the 58th president, members of the presidency, the honorable treasurers and chief executives, council members, district chairman within and outside the Western Zone, and delegates. The president appreciated the delegates for coming to the village meeting and thereafter requested members for questions and clarification. The following areas were sought for clarifications by members. 1. The need for the district to benefit more from sharing surplus from zonal conferences. The need for the institute to give more attention to financial accounting at the secondary level. The challenges faced by members towards obtaining and renewing practices licenses. Update on ICAN /CITN MOU. Update on automation of of the foundation level of the institute examination, intervention of the institute on levying of subscriptions on ICAN members by Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, justification of the institute for signing MOU with other similar institutes around the world. Please, let's have, please pay your indulgence. Justification of the institute for allowing some non-chartered accountants to be enrolled as members of the institute after 4 months training program. The president, vice president, and the registrar responded as follows. Regarding the zonal conference, the president requested members to revise their observations and suggestions for improvement of zonal conferences to the zonal executive. The institute, in response to the enriching curriculum, the president informed members that the institute has been involved in designing and enriching curriculum on accountancy to tertiary institutions. Of course, the institute is in collaboration with MBTE and NUS. However, the institute noted for further action to also extend such to secondary school. On delay from receiving the practices license by members were assured that those who applied before 31st of May 2022 have all been cleared, except those who have issues and they have been communicated soon. However, the president assured those who applied and are still experiencing delay to request for whom it may concern, which is valid for 30 days, and also promised to intervene if called upon. And he promised that his number is available and he will respond to members' requests. On the update on ICAN's ICAN MOU, members were involved that the bill to amend ICAN Act is before the National Assembly. If passed, it will enable every member to practice as professional accountant without restriction. Regarding the automation of the institute's foundation level, members were informed that the CBT examination is not yet effective. On the request for the institute's intervention for members paying annual subscriptions to Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, members were told that FRCN is a distinct legal body of its own, hence members should abide by their regulations. Justification for ICAN signing MOU with similar bodies around the world, members were informed that the institute is engaging in a lot of reciprocity agreements and mutual cooperation with so many global professional association organizations, in which India is one of them. The criterion for selection of such agreement is that such professional body must be an IFAC recognized PAOs. On the waiver for certain people to be eligible as ICAN member, President informed the members that ICAN certificate is not to be cashed out. However, specific subject will be written, and it was mentioned, strategic financial management, case study, and corporate reporting, to be written by whoever applies for such waiver before such person is admitted to be a chartered accountant. Opening ceremony commenced around 1997, and the opening ceremony was attended by the president, members of the presidency, council members, 3 royal majesties, in which all dignitaries presented their good messages to members. Technical papers and workshop proceedings. The lead paper was presented by Professor Godwin Oyedo, titled Professional Accountant on Certain Economy and Sustainable Development. This session was chaired by the Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, Professor Emina. The focus of the paper centered on the need for chartered accountants to ensure value creation and also ensure that they develop new skills in order to operate in an uncertain economy. Plenary session. Improving accounting practice through an effective service diversification. This was chaired by our personal chairman, Mr. Toluwala Shehu, FCA, and we had the speaker online, Mr. Olariwaju Sharafa. So paper was also centered on the need for chartered accountants to move from traditional way of thinking to innovation in order to be able to live in an uncertain economy. He said the modern practice should go beyond the rigor of passing the institute examination, but to create new opportunities and innovation in order to diversify our practice. Workshop number 1, building resilience through effective public financial management. Chaired by our personal chairman, Mr. Kololaito, and the speaker was Mr. Wale Akiterewa, the Commissioner of Finance for those states. We also have his cousin, another personal chairman, Alaji Ojiro. The paper presenter reviewed the intense pressure coming to the government due to the societal demands of citizens and the heightened media attention, revealing government inefficiency in service delivery. He acknowledged challenges of government from the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the economy to Russia-Ukraine war, which is attendant of food and global crisis. He, however, provided critical ingredients for effective public financial management, such as leadership, legal and regulatory framework, institutional framework and capacity development, operational and physical policy framework. Workshop paper 2. This paper, delivered by Dr. Edison, a council member, chaired by another conference chairman and the former conference chairman and the conference advisor, Mr. Olufela Shoke, FCA. This paper is the real paper of the conference with specific recommendations on how we can practically survive the uncertain economy as professional accountants. The paper defines who professional accountant is and what we can do to navigate through the uncertain economy. He also gave impact on the disruptions. Many of the recommendations of these papers are being adopted at the community level. To prepare this report, let's move to the community. The rapporteur team could not cover the intelligence. There was no paper for it. It was delivered without any paper sent to the rapporteur team. And also, we also know what we face during this conference in terms of light. Why we are not able to cover that. Communique issue at the end. So let's look at the communique, let's correct it, let's reject, let's answer. The 17th Western Zonal Accountant Conference was held at the CBN. The theme of the conference, professional accountant, uncertain economy, and sustainable development. Recommendations. At the end of this deliberation, the rapporteur team proposed the following recommendation subject to your ratification. To members first. 1. Professional accountant must be adaptive to changes in the economy, technology, and regulation, and be flexible in the approach to problems. 2. Professional accountant must have strong analytical skill to understand complex analytical data in order to make informed decisions at certain times. 3. Professional accountant must be proficient in digital technology such as cloud computing, data analytics, and automation to provide quality to their clients. Professional accountant must be forward thinking with strategic mindset, be able to anticipate and prepare for changes in the economy and identify opportunities. Number 5. Professional accountant must have a good communication and strong interpersonal skills in order to build strong relationships with clients and other stakeholders. Professional accountant must possess leadership and management skills, be able to build effective teams that be well positioned for success in an uncertain economy, ethics, and professionalism. Number 7. Professional accountant must maintain highest ethical standards and demonstrate professionalism, enabling to command trust and confidence of their clients and other stakeholders. Number 8. Chartered accountant must strive to assist the nation and businesses to maximize and utilize their limited resources in order to achieve their national and organizational goals and objectives. Chartered accountants must be courageous to challenge the status quo and collectively develop new and workable accounting, financial, and economic models to build prosperous country. To the institutes. The institute should ensure that this type of conference should not be a mere talk shop, but that the outcome and recommendations should be circulated to the relevant stakeholders. 2. The institutes be encouraged not to compromise high ethical standards in non-ratification without minding the environment where it is operating. 3. The conference appreciated the institute for enriching the syllabus of accounting in tertiary education, while urging the institute to extend sale to secondary school. The conference, number 4, appreciated the institute on certain step taken to ease the renewal of practice license, but urged the management and council of the institute to ease the process of obtaining and renewing of practice license. The conference also already started taking over by the council on the case of ICAN's ICAN MOU. However, encouraged the institute to work more on the ICAN Amendments Act. Number 9, child accountant must be courageous to challenge the status quo and collectively develop new and workable accounting, financial. I think I've finished that, I've done that. Zone to the zone. Members advise ZONAL Conference Planning Committee, the ZONAL executives, to be prudent in managing zonal conferences. Government and governance. Government is advised to ensure that the preparation and implementation of budget is effective and should be comprehensive, transparent, and realistic. Government should aim at promoting accountability, equity, and fiscal discipline in the use of public resources. And the last one, government should make use of technology in predicting accurate forecasts for the country's future infrastructure needs. The society are advised to demand from the contestants in 2023 election on how they intend to solve myriad of our problems, in order to guide our vote, so that we can elect leaders that will be accountable, transparent, and resourceful. That's the end of the communique. Probably there are things we have missed out, or there are things we put in a way that does not reflect the mind of the delegates. Let's quickly, in the next 2-3 minutes, let's raise up our hand, say it, so that we can amend it before we present the report to Mr. President.
Yeah, I want to comment on the issue of the communique. Usually, when the communique is read out, we are supposed to get responses or comments which might necessitate amendment of the communique as read out. In respect of this particular communique, the last paper presented, we are made to understand that there was no paper submitted. Now, given that the paper was not submitted, I believe if a communique is supposed to reflect all the presentations during the conference, the communique would be incomplete. I would therefore ask, is Olusola around? Olumide? Or is gone? I would like to suggest that the organizers contact him, collect this paper, go through it, and incorporate it. Generally, by the time the communique is read out, almost in every conference, stress has started setting among all the participants. You'll agree with me that at the beginning of this morning, many of us were outside attending to one thing or the other. So I would like the zonal chairman, now I don't mean the West, including both only, North, West, South, and the East, to sit down and agree among themselves that when the communiques are read out, there should be a platform, whether the communique will be posted and then time is given within whether it is 24 hours or 48 hours, for all those who participate to go through and send in their responses, and then thereafter, then it is approved. Then it's made available to the institute. And finally on this, as I said yesterday, communiques should not be just regarded as a routine or as a ritual. After every conference, when the communique is approved by the council, it should be made available to critical stakeholders. Number two, it should be made available to all members of the institute and should be hosted on the website of the institute. And finally, during the following conference, there should be a feedback. Otherwise, it will only be a talk show. The other comment I want to make is in respect of the last paper on the emotional intelligence. During the last council retreat, there was a presentation on emotional intelligence. But the council members here will agree that there is difference. The difference is clear. Undoubtedly, the presentation by Mr. Olusola Olumide was both educative, informative, and entertaining. If you were around, I would have told him that when I grow up, I would like to be as tall as him. so that when I enter a bus, I will be given preferential seat. And when I am slapped on the back, I should be able to resist it. But it's not here. So important that this is, I would suggest to the organizers that please, at national and district levels, invite these gentlemen. Everything is not about debit and credit. It is not. And as he said, not every illness or sickness will be cured by medicine or drugs. You understand? He said it. So please, I think this is an incredible resource person. This issue is very important, emotional intelligence. It's not only blockchain and AI that we are concerned. I think emotional intelligence is very important for our own well-being. And the first invite you to be Swan. So so when you have spousal problem, you should know how to control yourself. Thank you very much. I appreciate your listening.
Thank you. Let's put our stamp for our president. The president has added 3 communiques. So the communiques will package everything and incorporate the one of Mr. Rubide. I think my team here. So we'll look at it and come to give us the full paper, and we shall incorporate it, post it to the appropriate place for amendment before it is passed to the council. But for the one we have read, do we have any other comments? President has said it all, I presume. Let's hire it. This communique, the proceedings and communique. Let me start by inviting the Vice Chairman of Madam and Society, Dr. Mrs. Temitope Babajide, so that can have presidential handshake, be followed by the Vice Chairman of Ilaru and the Society, Dr. Akide Arene, FCA. I also invite Professor Olubumi Useme, FCA, and Mr. Kastmeyer Fowanabalu, to also Mr. Akeola Samuel, Mr. Oko Ekora, Mrs. Tolu Lope Olatoyo. And my name is Biodun Adedeji. So we will take a presidential seat. I will take picture with Mr. President before we step out of the picture. Thank you very much.
The rapporteur team, all they know how to do is to write. All of them are professors. Please a round of applause for them once again.